I'm done with this conversation. Go to her.
No, we gotta finish with you.
No, we're not finishing with me. You're making me mad.
Yeah, sit down right there.
You
sit down right over there.
No.
Dr. Now is known to be calm and has this grandfather-like sweetness towards his patients. But sometimes he gets pushed to the wall by some patients with their disgusting attitude.
If you're expecting me to come there and sit around and wait for surgery for another month, I'm not coming. I don't have time for that.
Refusal to stop eating, and sometimes outright lying to his face. From shouting at patients for wasting his time, to losing it over the ones that lie straight to his face. These are Dr. Now's most savage moments on My 600-Pound Life. Shakiya. Starting off today with Shakiya, a 26-year-old woman who weighed about 655 pounds. She was one of Dr. Now's youngest patients, but also one of his heaviest. To make it worse, she had asthma and lymphedema, which made it more difficult for her to lose weight.
I think I gotta be down in my lower 500s, but I might have gained some back. So I'm expecting to be in the mid 500s.
Your weight is 655. We'll be going to room 5.
It is honestly so sad watching someone so young struggling with this many health issues. And Shakiya's number one comfort to all of these is food.
Right now, it's only the food that can bring me happiness. Nothing, nobody else can do that.
She knew she needed to do something quickly because the way she was going, death was looking like the likely outcome. So she went to see Dr. Now.
So think about all that when you struggle, because it's important to lose as much weight as soon as possible. Your BMI is extremely high to the point that your body can give out at any moment.
Shakiya needed to lose 500 pounds in general for her to be back on a healthy status, but it was not going to happen overnight. So Dr. Now set her an immediate goal to lose 50 pounds over the next 2 months.
Okay, so how much weight does she need to lose?
Around 500 pounds for her height. But if you're talking about her first goal, she needs to lose 50 pounds over the next 2 months to show me that she's serious if she wants to have weight loss surgery. So let's see if we can give her some instruction.
Okay.
If she followed that, she can lose 40 to 50 pounds each month. Okay? And because right now when you're 600 pounds, you have to eat 6,000 calories to maintain that weight. So Shakiya, I'm gonna give you a 1,200 calorie a day diet, high protein, low carb, and some exercises that you can start on so you can lose 50 pounds over the next 2 months.
Okay.
It all looked good. Shakiya looked determined to change her life. And so the journey to lose 50 pounds in the next 2 months officially started. Fast forward 2 months later. She was on a checkup call with Dr. Now, and he asked her what she weighed at the moment. And let's just say, Shakiya did not keep to her promise. And Dr. Now was not letting her get off easy.
Hey, Dr. Now.
Hi Shakiya, how you doing?
I'm good.
So what is your weight today?
I'm at 635.
635, so you lost 8 pounds instead of 50. That's not a lot of progress.
That's as much as I lost in the past year. That's an improvement.
Shakiya knew Dr. Now was not impressed, but this was her only shot at getting her life together, so she begged for another chance.
I cut back and I cut back even more on these past few months. So I'm trying, Dr. Now. If you give me another chance, I can keep going and lose even more.
And Shakiya, you had enough time to do this. And I told you last time this was your last chance.
Shakiya now tried to play the card that every loser who failed in what they set out to do would play. She blamed her circumstances. And this is what pissed off Dr. Now the most.
This year been so hard on me, Dr. Now. Please give me one more chance.
Shakiya, everybody has things in life to deal with. They don't use that as an excuse to eat 6,000 calories a day. And things you tell me don't make sense if you're actually serious about this. So at this point, there is no reason to do any more follow-up appointments.
Please don't give up on me, Dr. Now.
Shakiya, I don't give up on anyone. People give up on themselves. And we try to help them to get back to where they need. But we cannot make choices for them.
I'm not giving up on me. I'm going to do this.
You say that, but your action doesn't back that up.
He offered her therapy as quite a humorous compensation since she claimed to be going through so much. But he discontinued her program. Charles Bridgeman. Next up, we have Charles Bridgeman, who is definitely one of Dr. Now's most difficult patients. Charles had a starting weight of 677 pounds. Added to that, he had a past of drug addiction. He was addicted to meth, which later transitioned to a food addiction.
Food's always been a really big part of my life. It is an addiction. It does make me happy and it makes me feel good. But a lot of my weight came after rehab, after I quit doing drugs.
He struggled to walk and often had to use a walking stick. He got in contact with Dr. Now, and the doctor knew how dangerous things were looking for Charles, so he decided to be blunt with him from the very start.
Hey, Charles.
Hi, doctor.
The big question is how you got to this point.
When I had quit drugs and went to rehab, a lot of weight came back to me and it just kept getting worse.
So instead of killing yourself with meth, you're killing yourself with the food.
Dr. Now put Charles on the standard 1,200 calorie, low carb, high protein diet and told him he needed to lose at least 50 pounds in the first 2 months. No surgery would even be considered until he proved he could stick to the plan.
You're gonna have to lose some weight. And if you do that, then you're gonna need to move to Houston. I'm gonna set up for you to go to a local clinic to check your weight, but I want you to start the diet and exercises immediately.
It was now up to Charles to take the opportunity to really change his life. He had to lose 50 pounds and work on his mobility at the same time. It wasn't going to be easy, but he really had no other way.
Part of what I've been doing lately is getting outside. I hope in the next month that my body has gotten strong enough to get on a flight to take me to Houston. And I'm looking forward to being able to see the look on his face when he can't deny that I'm following his plan anymore.
Because of pandemic precautions at the time, his next follow-up meeting was a video call. And in summary, it did not end well. Charles was not able to lose the 50-pound mark, and instead of admitting to his failure, he started explaining away his lack of progress, saying stuff like he was trying his best, or his body holds on to weight. That's the kind of thing Dr. Now never lets slide, and things only got heated from there on.
Your diet consists of eating normal food in appropriate amount and maintaining healthy weight. So it looked like those diet paper we gave you, you didn't really read them carefully, did you?
I guess not carefully enough.
What is the goal for calling us and see what we can do for you?
Because I just need help losing weight.
And we gave you some instruction to change your eating habit. You obviously, either you didn't understand it or you didn't read it. And I don't see any goal in your life. What happened when you lose weight?
I'll have a better life.
Better life. You got a caregiver and you got a social security, you eat the food, you have no job, no responsibility.
Dr. Now was not putting on the brakes this time around. It was obvious that, beyond his bad eating habits, he was fed up with Charles as a person and did not believe that he actually wanted to make something of his life. Dr. Now kept going, and Charles was fuming at this point. He slammed the laptop shut and told the cameraman to pack up and go home.
You expect me to believe you're going to change all that? I don't see that happening. And you were supposed to come and see us, so none of that happened. So you're not going to do anything else.
I think this interview's over. I'm about to blow up.
And we give you 3 months to change your eating habits and have productive weight loss. You didn't do that, you didn't do diet, you didn't do this. So what is the purpose of that? Charles?
I don't need that. Yes, I do want to get better, but just because I'm fat don't mean I'm going to sit there and be put down. The interview's over. I'm done. Just turn the cameras off, please.
Stephen Assanti. The next patient was downright disgusting, and this would probably be top 3 on Dr. Now's angry moments. Stephen Assanti has been called the most hated and unsuccessful My 600 Pound Life patient ever. This dude was not just a pain to Dr. Now, but to the entire hospital staff. Stephen hails from Rhode Island, and he had a starting weight of 730 pounds. He had a history of throwing tantrums, being verbally abusive, and hating everyone around him. He had a broken relationship with his siblings, and his coming on 600 Pound Life was him trying to make a statement that he is now a changed man.
I just want to apologize for everything I put you through in the past. And I will earn your forgiveness.
You have to. That's the only way you get it back. I'm not sure if I can believe anything Steven says, because he has mood swings, he has different personalities. It depends on which Steven he is today.
I just want you to know that I care about you.
He got into Dr. Now's weight loss program, but it was not the positive improvement that everyone expected. When Stephen met Dr. Now for the initial evaluation, he immediately started blaming everyone but himself for his weight. He talked about his pain, his childhood, his living situation, and how nobody understood what he was going through. Dr. Now was even more distracted with other pressing issues, and things started going downhill pretty fast.
So, what is going on with your personal hygiene? You heard of something called soap and water?
Yeah, it's...
I have a couple of people back there puking from the smell that you have.
It's in my bathroom.
Talk about being uncensored. Dr. Now was giving him the raw facts for what it was. But the truth remained that Dr. Now always spoke from a place of love and genuine concern for his patients. It always pissed him off because they did not seem to care for themselves in return. Coupled with Stephen's weight issue, he also had a serious addiction to painkillers. Times where he was denied, he went as far as stealing his brother's painkillers. Dr. Now had enough and told Stephen to stop being so difficult. He made himself take a long, hard look in the mirror and really see all the bad things he's doing to himself. He even compared him to a zoo animal. But before that, Dr. Now talks to Stephen about his drug abuse and his obsession with painkillers.
The only problem I've had to deal with is Steven. Because a few days after I got home from the hospital, my father brought him over to force me to see him again. But after Steven left, I noticed my painkillers they sent me home with were gone. And he didn't care about what it would do to me. But it showed me he's always gonna go back to his old ways.
This talk about drug addiction made Stephen upset, and he even wanted to leave, but Dr. Now was not done yet. He refused to let Stephen leave, and instead forced him to take a look at what he'd done to himself.
Now, stand over here and look at that mirror.
Why?
Look at yourself. Look at what you have done to your body. Tell me, what do you see?
A big failure?
You're not looking at yourself. Come on. Keep looking at yourself.
Okay.
You see yourself there?
Can I step away from the mirror?
You had enough? You look enough at yourself? You see what you really need to see?
Yeah, I don't want to look anymore.
Look at your body. Look at your stomach. When you came, it wasn't hanging that far. Now it's hanging all down.
Mm-hmm.
Look at your leg, swollen, red, lymphedema in both of them. Look like an elephant's leg.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look human anymore because what you have done.
Mm.
You know, you're not seeing yourself the way you are. Have you seen anybody do that to their body?
No.
Well, you did that all to yourself.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to look anymore.
And what did it take to realize that you're killing yourself?
Now? I never look in the mirror, so, yeah.
It must have been so hurtful hearing Doctor compare him to an elephant. But the even more hurtful part is that he was absolutely correct. He was not exaggerating in any form. Stephen did not even look human at this point, and he only had himself to blame. Lee and Rena. Moving on, and this time around, Doctor deals with a couple who are both overweight. Lee and Rena. Lee weighed over 700 pounds, and Rena was nearly 550 pounds when they joined the program. They'd been together for years, and their relationship revolved around food. They enabled each other's habits, arguing constantly, but still keeping the cycle going.
We loved each other, and we've stayed together over the past 11 years since leaving the clinic. But being together, with both of us struggling with food, has not been a good thing, because we've just been gaining.
When they first met Dr. Now, he didn't sugarcoat anything. He told them straight up that they were killing each other slowly and would both die if they didn't stop enabling one another. He put them on the same 1,200-calorie diet, but made it clear that their success would depend on whether they could stop using food as comfort and start holding each other accountable.
The reality is you have been enabling each other for years. You're almost completely immobile now. Are you able to stand up at all?
I'm pretty active. I can walk 20, 30 feet with these canes pretty good.
If you think that's pretty active, then you're a little delusional about that. Renee, I want you to lose 75 pounds. Lee, I want you to lose 150 pounds and get down to around 560.
So now the doctor has given them a goal for the next 2 months. They have to lose weight and show that they are interested in working on their life. But the problem was, Rena seemed far more willing to commit to the program than Lee ever did. But nevertheless, he did put in the effort in those 2 months. For a while, it looks like the couple is doing just fine, but then some health setbacks, coupled with relapses, especially on Lee's end, make the next visit to Dr. Now a not-so-pleasant one.
How y'all doing?
Surviving.
Surviving, huh? So is that why you missed your last appointment? Okay. You just had your bypass about 2 months ago. And when you left the hospital, you were down to 546. So you lost only 9 pounds since then. But Renee has lost almost 50 pounds at the same time. And she hasn't even had her bypass yet. What in the world is going on with you?
I guess I'm eating the wrong things.
You think it's funny? You have a gastric bypass.
I had a gastric bypass,
to
yes.
lose weight.
To lose weight.
And you're not losing weight.
I don't eat a third what I ate
just
before I
answer
had
the
that
question,
surgery.
okay? Then we're not talking about
questions
that.
that I don't understand no more than you understand.
What are you talking about? You're choosing to overeat and you think it's okay?
No, I don't think it's okay at all.
Dr. Now felt that Lee was just putting up an act until he got his surgery. And now that he had achieved that, he was now playing games.
You play your cards right until you got the surgery. And now you're playing this kind of game and you think that's okay? How in the world somebody...
I'm playing any game. I throw up constantly. I eat what I can keep down.
That's how it works. You throw up constantly because the surgery forces you to when you overeat now.
I think my problem is I'm holding a lot of fluid. I can't hardly pee.
Really?
I mean, I don't know what, I mean, you...
And here came the big moment.
You think that you're not eating and you're gaining...
I don't want to get malnourished either.
Do you look like you're malnourished? You're overeating, and whatever you're overeating, you're throwing up.
Doctor ate him with that clapback, and Lee started showing signs of being annoyed, but the doctor did not care.
Do you not want me to eat at all?
You know that's not what I'm saying at all. You have been given a tool to help you change your life. Now that you had the surgery, the physical drive to eat is gone. So you have to deal with what is driving you to eat. That's the hard part, and you don't want to do it. And you're running from it and self-destructing.
Lee finally had his cup full and walked out on Dr. Now, with Rena trying to hold him back. But hey, at least he could walk. Before meeting Dr. Now, he would have had to find another way to express his anger. Angela. This next patient didn't even make it to surgery before she was kicked out of the program, and the doctor called her delusional straight to her face. Angela had a history of health issues, trauma, and unstable relationships. She'd already had weight loss surgery once in her 20s, but she gained all the weight back because she never changed her eating habits. When she joined Dr. Now's program, she was barely mobile and using a wheelchair.
There's times I get upset. If I don't find a way, then we'll use all the money on my credit card and make funeral arrangements. I can't even fit my whole body in the shower because of my leg, and I'm days away from not being able to bathe myself. It's just not human to be this fat.
There are days she even blames God for what is happening to her.
When I first open my eyes, the very first thing I think of every single morning is, why, God? There's got to be a reason for him doing this, keeping me going. Because every single day of my life is an absolute nightmare. I just feel like I am trapped in this body.
So when she finally sat across from Dr. Now for the first consultation, you could tell immediately that this wasn't going to be a smooth case. She came into the appointment already emotional, listing all the reasons life had been unfair to her. Her health problems, her past surgery not working, and everything she'd lost because of her weight.
So you just like eating a lot, feel sorry for yourself, and can't move. 3 different excuses that all have nothing to do with why you're over 600 pounds.
Doctor then asked her what her motivations were. At least something she could hold on to.
I want to be healthy, and I want to be able to walk. I want to be able to pick up my baby granddaughter, go to the zoo, walk the entire zoo, not sit once. I want to be able to breathe. I want this out of my face.
But her attitude after that meeting was completely contradictory. And it hinted that maybe she didn't want to be saved after all. Prior to the next meeting with Dr. Now, Angela estimated that she'd be around 500 pounds, but she was in for a huge surprise. She still weighed over 600 pounds, and things were not looking good at all. After that, she got on a video call with Dr. Now, and by then he was done entertaining her nonsense. For someone who had already had weight loss surgery once in her life, she was downright pathetic.
Angela.
Hi, Dr. Now. How are you?
Yeah, about you?
I'm doing good. I'm having problems trying to find a place to live there, and a lot of hesitation in regards to moving.
Hold on, Angela. You haven't even been back to show me you hit the goal I gave you. And you're already coming up with excuses and missing your appointment without us even hearing from you.
What made Dr. Now even more pissed was that Angela kept saying that she feels like she has lost some weight. She even put a number to it and guessed that she had lost 70 pounds. This led to one of the most savage conversations between her and the doctor yet.
I am not like others. I'm not coming because I'm not losing weight. So I hope that you see I'm not lying when I get there.
Now you're claiming you lost 120 pounds since I saw you. Last month it was 70 pounds, so you're saying you lost another 50 pounds since then?
Yes, sir.
Then how come you don't look like it and you're still on oxygen?
I don't know, sir, but I have been following my diet, and I'm doing great.
Angela, you're more delusional than I thought if you still think you can manipulate